Good morning, children. How are you all today? Hope you all are doing well. Children, in the previous class or in the previous session, we studied about Penamakuru. A little more about Penamakuru we have seen yesterday. And today we learn about the arcades there, the irrigation, the market yard, the non-agricultural activities present in Penamakuru. Actually, Penamakuru is a village located 16 kilometers away from Vuyur, in between the Bandar Canal and Krishna River. It's a delta region. As you already learnt about the features of delta, deltas will have a very fertile land. We have seen different kinds of soils like alluvium soils, black cotton soils, and even the sandy soils in the highlands. And they have the capacity to produce 2 to 3 crops in a year if there is a good water facility. And naturally, they are the low-lying areas, so water is abundantly available there because it's a fertile region, and even to its north side, Krishna River is there, and towards its south eastern side, Bandar Canal is there. Because of these all features, Penamakuru is well developed in agriculture. And today we shall read about some of the arcades. Arcades mean, have you ever visited any arcade? A banana arcade, a mango arcade. In order to cut mangoes, have you ever visited? Tota. Okay, so let us see about some of the arcades there. On the bank of the river Krishna and uplands, so where there is sandy soils, there you find fruit bearing trees and arcades like guava, sapota and papaya. The farmers have told that soil near the river contains more sand because of the floodplains. It brings a lot of sand along with the silt. So because of that, the capacity of these soils to retain moisture will be very less, and therefore crops like paddy do not grow in this region. So the fruits trees grow well, and sapota, guava, papaya are grown abundantly here. So they drought water, hence the lands close to the river are suitable for growing the food bearing trees. And yesterday I was even telling you that the depth of the water present, the underground water present nearby the river is just 15 feet. Even if you dig for 15 feet, you find the water in these uplands. That's the reason why these uplands cultivate the fruit bearing trees. And coming to the irrigation, we have seen that there is a shift from growing food grains like paddy to the sugarcane, turmeric, yam and different kinds of vegetables they started cultivating now. So they started cultivating sugarcane. This is made possible with the growth of irrigational facilities as these crops require a lot of water, and water is abundantly available there. So they got switched on to the sugarcane cultivation rather than to the paddy. The availability of loans to purchase other inputs like seeds, fertilizers is also another contributing factor, because government is coming forward nowadays to extend loans even to the farmers, and those also at a very low rate of interest. Coming to the ownership, the land, who owns this land and tenancy, how the tenancy mean? Rented. So how the tenancy of land present in this village, let us see. There are about 750 families present in Penamakuru. How many families? 750 families are there. 750 families are there. So out of these, 10 of them have 10 acres of land and above. Out of this, only 10 members have more than 10 acres of land. 10 members have 10 acres more. So, and 150 families have land below 5 acres of land. So 150 families have less than 5 acres of land. 160 families have gone. Now remaining, how many families are there? See. So they either take land on these and the rest have no land at all. Only these 160 people have land in that region, in the Penamakuru. Remaining people don't own the land, but they take as a lease, as a tenant, they cultivate it. So they either take land as a lease from the landlords, or work as laborers in their farms. So coming to the houses, people of different castes and professions live in this village. Generally village composes of all different caste people. The main village is inhabited by the landlords. Landlords in the sense, these families, people who own more than 10 acres of land. So it is inhabited by these landlords, and the others live in the nearby areas on the bank of the river. and canal towards south of the village. In the middle of the village, we can find kirana shops and other bank, RMP doctor, medical store, and other non-agricultural activities like iron welding shop and hair salon, tiffin center. These all can be found in the middle of the village. But whereas in the center of the village, you find the houses of only landlords, and to the south, to the canal bank, you find most of the poor people laying their huts. And coming to the animal rearing here, animal rearing is one of the most important profession in the agricultural families. Okay, having the buffaloes, cows, goats and sheep is called as animal rearing. So all lands in the village is cultivated, and there is not much land for grazing cattle, because every inch of the land is fertile there, and they don't waste the land for growing the grass or growing of any feed for the cattle. They keep on cultivating. So hence only a few bullocks, ox and bullocks, and cows and buffaloes and sheep are reared here for working on the fields and for other purpose, but not much. How do you think would they feed the animals then? So they feed with the crop which is cultivated in the second season. So with that crop, pilli pesara we call it now. So by providing such kind of feed, the animals which they rear, they provide them the food. And coming to the basket weaving and pig rearing is also one of the most important activity present in Penamakuru. On the banks of Bandar Canal, there live 15 to 20 families whose livelihood is basket weaving. Have you seen the dry palm leaves will be taken and they will be weaving the baskets? Generally for the traditional functions we use these baskets. So those are the wild palm trees leaves, those are. So this work is seen here also. Their main occupation are making baskets, catching rats and rearing pigs. Jagannatha Nancharaya settled about 30 years ago here, and he collects the wild date palm strands from the banks of the canal. So there are large trees on the bank of the canal, the date palm trees. From those trees he collects the strands and he makes the baskets. He and his wife make 5 to 6 baskets per day. Each day they make 5 to 6 baskets and they sell them in the nearby villages. Their neighbor Katta Shivaya catches fishes also with the help of the basket traps and sells them in the nearby villages. Not only in Penamakuru, even in the nearby villages they sell these baskets and fishes which they caught, and they make their livelihood. Coming to the poultry, do you eat chicken? Coming to the poultry, the village has a fully mechanized poultry farm. Water is supplied through the nipples, okay. Water is supplied through the nipples, and food is supplied through the conveyor belts. You need not go inside and you need not feed them. Okay, if you pour on the conveyor belt, it keeps on moving, and these hens will collect the food. And there are about 80,000 hens in this poultry, laying about 50,000 eggs per day. Per day it lays 50,000 eggs. These eggs are then sent to Vijayawada, which is nearby urban place, and other states also like Assam, Bihar, through agents. The chicken droppings is sold as a fish feed to farmers in the nearby area. The fish droppings will be there. The fish droppings that will be collected and that will be used as a fish feed, and they will be selling it through the agents. Coming to the rice mill, there is a rice mill also present in this village. The paddy will be processed into the rice in this rice mill. So the owners of this rice mill purchase paddy from the landlords, and they prepare rice to sell in other places. Poultry and rice mills are based on agriculture, and therefore they are also called as agro-based industries. The industries which receive raw materials from the agriculture are called as agro-based industries. Poultry farm is also an agro-based industry, and rice mill is also an agro-based industry. And these are very common features in the plains area where there is a fertile land, especially in the delta region, and it is also easy to get necessary raw materials and transport the product to different kinds of the distant markets. So with all these things we can easily learn that Penamakuru, even though consists of 750 families and very less number of farmers own the land, but there are n number of agricultural and non-agricultural activities taking place in Penamakuru. Coming to the road transport and markets in the Penamakuru, they have a very good road network in this region and developed providing connectivity to the Vuyur, and it also provides connectivity to the Vijayawada. and this helps in marketing the produce. That's the reason why the eggs which are collected here in the poultry farm are being sent even to the Bihar, or even it is being sent to the Assam also, the eggs, which the poultry farm earns 50,000 eggs. It collects 50,000 eggs per day. The farmers of this village also sell their sugar cane to the nearby sugar factory, and located in Uyur, the vegetables which are grown here, are the fruits which are grown here, will be sold in the Uyur Raitu Bazar market. And the paddy is also sold in the fields itself through the brokers or through the agents. They collect, they come to the fields itself, they check the paddy quality, and they pay the money on the spot there, and they collect the paddy and they transport it to the rice mills. And coming to the availability of the labor, most villagers are employed in the village itself. Some agricultural laborers also come from the surrounding villages, because large number of agricultural activities take place there. The youth who studied 10th class or above are working as electricians, plumbers, drivers and mechanics there. So this is about the Penamakuru children. Hope you understood the lesson, and finish up the activities which are present at the end of the textbook. So this is about the Penamakuru, a village in the Delta region. Hope the lifestyle in the Delta region made you to understand the difference between us and the people of Penamakuru. We live in a plateau region, but this is a Delta region, plains. So that's a what we call contrast and comparing, which make us to understand about the lifestyle of the Penamakuru. Thank you children. See you in the next class with another lesson.